Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be looking at two questions. The first one is a word problem based on ratios and proportions, and the second one is based on percentages. But we will convert it into a ratio problem to simplify its solution, and most importantly, you will be able to save a lot of time when you encounter such problems on your real test. Okay, so the first one says that four friends A, B, C, and D purchased a car for $36,000. Let's not judge them. A contributed 1/8 of the amount contributed by B, C, and D. Let's denote the amounts contributed by A, B, C, and D by A, B, C, and D respectively. We can then write it mathematically as now we'll talk in terms of units. Let's assume that B, C, and D together contributed 8 units. Then as per the equation on the left hand side, the amount contributed by A comes out to be 1 unit. On adding A, B, C, and D, we get the total amount as 9 units. Similarly, we can write the second statement of the question that says B contributed 1/2 of the amount contributed by the other three mathematically as. To simplify the calculation, we can assume A plus C plus D to be 2 or 2 units, and hence we get B as 1 unit. And on adding A, B, C, and D, we get the total amount spent as 3 units. If we read the question further, it says C contributed 1/5 of what the other three contributed, which can be written mathematically as to keep things simple, we can assume A plus B plus D to be 5 units, and therefore we get C as 1 unit. On adding all the 4 variables, we get A plus B plus C plus D as 6 units. Now if you notice, we got A plus B plus C plus D as 3 different amounts, which isn't possible, right? So we can make them equal by using the LCM of 9, 3, and 6, which happens to be 18. For that, we need to multiply 9 by 2, and if we do so, we also need to multiply each value of A, B, C, and D, which we used in this equation, by 2. So we multiply A, which is equal to 1, by 2 as well. Similarly, we multiply 3 by 6 to make it 18, and therefore B is equal to 1 by 6. We do the same with the third set of assumed data as well, like so. So the data that we now have looks like this. Using this, we can find out D by plugging in the values of A, B, and C in the above equation. We know that 18 units is $36,000 as per the question, that is 2000 times. So D is 7 times 2000, that is $14,000, which happens to be the answer to this word problem where we are supposed to find out the amount that D contributed. Not only D, if we were asked any other value, finding that is now a cakewalk. If we add all the 4 amounts, we get $36,000, which is the value of the car as given in the problem. 4 friends buying a car has become a problem for us, but I hope not anymore. Now, you could solve this question in a more conventional way by solving 4 intimidating equations that would make solving this question very time consuming, but still I would like to hear from you if you have got an easier and faster way to solve it. Coming to the second word problem that says the population of a certain town increases by 50% every 50 years. Now, increase of 50% is nothing but 150%, or 1.5 if we talk in terms of decimal, or 3 by 2 if we talk in terms of fraction. So if we take 100 as a base number and if we were to increase it by 50%, we multiply it by 150%, or 1.5, or 3 by 2 if we use the fraction form, because a lot many times it is easier if we convert percentages into fractions. So if we increase 100 by 50%, we essentially multiply it by 3 by 2 to get 150. And if we do so again, that is increase 150 by 50%, we multiply it by 3 by 2 to get 225. Yet again, we get a value that we are not interested in finding. So let's leave it here as it is. The point is, if we increase a value by 50% or any percent for that matter, we multiply the original value by the corresponding fraction, and we do so as many times as is required. Like here, if we increase the value of 100 by 50% once, we multiply it by 3 by 2 once. If twice, we do so twice. And if thrice, we do so thrice. And if we do so n times, we multiply 100 by 3 by 2 to the power n. If we take the base number as 1 and do the same thing, we multiply 1 by 3 by 2 to the power n. And if the base number is 2 to the power n, so 2 to the power n becomes 3 to the power n when it is increased by 50% n times. When I say multiply a number by 3 by 2, if I talk in terms of ratio, doesn't it mean that what was 2 now becomes 3? That is an increase of 50%. And so happens in 50 years as per the question. Again, what would be 2 50 years from now would become 3 in another 50 years. And this trend can go on and on. And if so happens n times, we can say that 2 to the power n becomes 3 to the power n. But the question says that the population of the town that was 160 in certain year becomes 810 in 1850. Since we are talking in terms of ratio, we can say that what was 16 has now become 81. On comparing the two, we can see that the same can happen only when n is equal to 4. To get the total number of years, we multiply n by 50 years to get the total time as 200 years. So 1850 minus 200 is equal to 1650, which is the correct answer here. Now, this might seem very lengthy at first glance, but this was just the explanation. When you see such a question, you just need to figure out the fraction corresponding to the percentage change, which is 3 by 2 in this case, where 2 corresponds to the initial value and 3 to the final value, and compare this fraction with the ratio of initial and final values as given in the question. You don't need to keep multiplying 160 by 3 by 2 till eternity. I mean till you get 810, and then see how many times you had to do so. So that is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, subscribe and share, as it will always help me continue doing this work. See you in the next one. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe and most importantly, stay sane.